everybody, welcome back to my channel Swamy Vijay, and this is Swamy Vijay speaking to you all. In this video, I am going to start another poem from your main textbook, Flamingo textbook. But before I start the poem, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can receive latest updated information the moment I publish videos on prose, poetry and supplementary short stories. Now, without any delay, let me begin the poem. But before I begin the poem, as usual, let me ask you one simple question. Whom do you consider the most attractive person in your life? The person can be from fashion field, the person can be from political field, any field, that doesn't matter. But whom do you consider as most attractive person or the most beautiful person in your life, and why do you consider that person as most beautiful? If you know the answer, comment in the comment section below so that let me also know why do you consider that person as most beautiful person or attractive person, and who is that person. But why did I ask you this question is, the poem which I am going to begin in this video is related with beauty and attraction. The name of the poem which I am going to begin in this video is A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. As it is a poem, let me read the poem first with the introduction part about the poet, and then I'll give the summary of the poem. John Keats was a British romantic poet. Although trained to be a surgeon, Keats decided to devote himself wholly to poetry. Keats' secret, his power to sway and delight the readers, lies primarily in his gift for perceiving the world and living his moods and aspirations in terms of language. The following is an excerpt from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance. The poem is based on a Greek legend in which Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd and poet who lived on Mount Latmus, had a vision of Cynthia, the moon goddess. The enchanted youth resolved to seek her out, and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. So what is this actually in this introduction is, so in his dreams he saw one beautiful young lady, and the name of that lady was Cynthia, and she is the moon goddess. So this shepherd was enchanted or attracted to the beauty of that moon goddess Cynthia, and he started in real world he started search that moon goddess, and he wanted to find out that beautiful moon goddess in the real world. Then he started his journey. He wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. So he risked his life to find this moon goddess. If you can't understand about this poem, let me tell you that this is exact a story like we watched in Bahubali Part 1. In the Bahubali Part 1 also, the hero went in search of the warrior heroine in the movie. He found the mask first, and then he has designed the beautiful face behind the mask with hair and all those things. Then he fell in love with that beautiful face, and he climbed that huge waterfall, and he reached the top of the waterfall, and then he went in search of that woman. So that is the power of beauty of a woman. In this poem also John Keats talks about a shepherd who went in search of a beautiful woman whom he saw in his vision. The name of the beautiful lady is Cynthia, and she is the moon goddess. So this is about introduction of the poem A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. Now let me read before you read. What pleasure does a beautiful thing give us, or beautiful things worth treasuring? So if you watch any beautiful thing or a beautiful person in our life, what kind of pleasure do we get after watching those beautiful things or beautiful people in life? So if you know the answer, comment in the comment section quickly. And are beautiful things worth treasuring? Do we have to preserve those beautiful things? Whether these beautiful things have real value or not? So answer in the comment section below quickly. So let me begin the poem. First let me read the poem once, and then I'll explain the poem stanza by stanza. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Therefore on every morrow are we weathering a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways, made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils. with a green world they live in and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make, jaints the hot season, the mid-forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heaven's brink. The poem is very simple. It has not more than 2 stanzas, but it is a very complicated poem. John Keats has used so many figures of speech in the poem, so let me explain line by line, and wherever the figures of speech is there, I'll try to give you the sentence and then what kind of figures of speech John Keats has used in this poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. So simply in the beginning of the poem, John Keats says that whichever looks beautiful in this world, either it may be a person or a object in the world, it gives us a lot of happiness and it increases our happiness. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness. So John Keats says that the beautiful things which created happiness in our life will never pass into nothingness. That means it will never lose its charm and beauty, and that will keep on giving us happiness and it will motivate us in our life. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So anything that is beautiful provides us an unending, everlasting and eternal joy. It leaves an indelible imprint on our heart and soul. We love to relive the memories of that joyous experience whenever it flashes back in our mind. So John Keats states that all beautiful things and all beautiful people in this world makes us to feel happy, and it gives a kind of relaxation to our mind. But it will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. So those beautiful things gives us even health, and it gives us sweet dreams, and it helps us to breathe quite happily. But if you take these words in this way, these words have no other meaning, but John Keats has used these words in a different purpose. So what is the actual meaning of this bower quiet used in this poem is, it is a metaphor used to explain that these beautiful things gives us a place or provides a place to relax and enjoy our life. Sweet dreams is also a metaphor is used in the poem. What actually these sweet dreams referred in this poem is, it gives us sweet and sound sleep, undisturbed sleep. And what is this sentence? It will never pass into nothingness. What actually the poet wants to communicate with this word nothingness is a thing, the memory of which provides us eternal joy will never fade away. The beautiful objects, the beautiful things or beautiful people may fade away in this world, but the memory of those beautiful things or objects or people will always remain in our mind, and it gives us a kind of happiness. So we have to understand the word nothingness in the poem is, even though the beautiful things fade away and die, but still we cherish those beautiful things and beautiful objects in our memory. So in the first few lines of the poem, we could understand that a thing of beauty is joy forever. That means a thing of beauty always gives us peace, happiness, health and sound sleep in our life. Now let me continue. Therefore on every morrow, that means on every morning, are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Here it says that here the poet says that is the reason why every day we should connect with the mother nature. People who are connected to the mother nature, people who are living very close to the mother nature, they will live a happy life. So that is the reason why poet says that we have to get connected with the mother nature, and that is the reason the poet has used this sentence, are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. So we should bind ourselves to this earth with a flower or flowery band. Spite of despondence of the inhuman dearth of noble natures of the gloomy days. There is a lot of trouble, there is a lot of problems in our life. Inhuman dearth, there are so many bad people are in this world, and so very few people are good in nature. Of the gloomy days, we have so many problems in our life. Even though we have all these things, all these problems, but the sight of beautiful thing will make us to forget all these things. Of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways made for our searching, yes, in spite of all these things, some shape of beauty moves away the path. That means whenever we come in contact with the beautiful objects or beautiful things in this world, all our problems, all our miseries, all our sorrows will be wiped away from our mind. Of course, those problems will be in our life, but we will forget those problems temporarily and we'll feel happy and relaxed. So poet explains that all these problems, all these miseries, all these troubles, all these problems in our life, we can forget all these things when we come inside of a beautiful things. But what are the beautiful things in this world which poets wants to explain to us, which poets wants to state in the poem? Are the beautiful things mean only the beautiful people in this world? But we know that beauty is temporary, so beautiful people will not live forever. So what are the beautiful things which gives us happiness, peace and sweet dreams in our life? So let us understand with the next lines or next stanza of the poem. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make, janes the hot season, the mid-forest break, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. So these are the beautiful things which makes us to forget about our life's sorrow, miseries, problems. What are those? Sun, the moon, trees young and old, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. Now again, John Keats has used all these beautiful things in a different way, but John Keats has used so many figures of speech in this stanza. He used personification, he used imagery, he used metonymy to explain these things. So we have to understand these things in a proper way. If you understand the usage of these words in this poem, then we can easily understand what actually John Keats wants to speak. For example, daffodils are personified, rills are personified. He has used imagery in the poem and he used symbol also in this poem. For example, the simple sheep is not actually sheep. Sheep means Jesus Christ is the shepherd of all man. Now let us complete the last lines of this poem. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heaven's brink. In the last lines of this poem, poet John Keats talks about those mighty dead people. Who are these mighty dead people? People in the ancient times who are brave, who are bold, who are courageous, and who have done noble deeds and who has brought a lot of changes in this world. He refers to the beautiful stories of the great men that we have either heard or read. These stories are beautiful because they leave an indelible impression on us and makes us happy. Keats further paints a picture of an endless fountain of nectar that pours the heavenly bliss of nature into our hearts. That immortal drink is a source of immense joy for us. So in this poem, John Keats states that beautiful objects in this nature gives us happiness, relaxation, peace, as well as those people who have done great deeds to the mankind. They also bring a lot of happiness by remembering those great deeds. So this is about the summary of the poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. This poem is rich with figures of speech. Now what you have to do is read the poem twice or thrice and then come to the questions given under Think It Out and read those questions and find the answer to those questions and write the answers in your notebook. So this is about the poem A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can receive latest updates and information the moment I upload videos on YouTube. So thanks for watching this video, and always remember, stay home, stay safe and stay strong. Take care.